Keyboard High School. I'm Kate DiPaolo.
And I'm Danica Borza.
Welcome to another episode of Alumni Spotlight, where we feature a special graduate each month and see what they're doing today. Today we're joined by Eddie Garcia, a proud graduate of the class of 2006. It's so nice of you to join us today. How are you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Great.
Good.
Tell us about your current career path.
My current career path right now? Well, as of right now, I'm the senior manager of logistics for Hermès of Paris. It's a French company. They do high-end luxury goods. They're famous for the Birkin bag, the Kelly bag. They're also known for equestrian and what else? And all leather goods.
That's fancy.
Yeah, very fancy. Yeah.
Tell us about your high school experience at KHS. What was it like to be a student at that time?
2006 is the year I graduated, but I started in 2002. If that's correct. Yep. A lot different from now. Some teachers are still here, like Miss Cowan. She was a great teacher, big influence on us, on the students. A lot of great teachers. The biggest thing for us was the metal class that's no longer here anymore. Mr. Mahoney, huge fan for everyone, because everyone used to go down there and hang out. I was very quiet. I wasn't very talkative. I was very shy. Completely different how I am right now, which is a big change for me. But at the same time, just came to school, learned, had a few friends. Wasn't really popular or anything, which is fine. I like sports, so I did baseball when I was here. I did 2 years of that. So my junior year, my senior year, I did baseball. I enjoyed that. It was fun.
Did you do any other extracurricular activities?
Not really. I was a big gamer. I like to go home and play games. But hang out with my friends, ride bikes, that type of stuff. Actually, it's funny because I wasn't really interested in school when I was here. It wasn't just not, it was just for me, I think, like kids, it wasn't a big thing for me, or it wasn't, like maybe other kids were, just didn't really, wasn't interesting.
Tell us how you chose this career path and what you did to further your education.
I chose this career path, so my father has been in logistics and warehousing for 40 years. I didn't really want to follow his footsteps. I just kind of got into it just by accident. Was working. I really wanted to work on cars. I went to school for mobile electronics for cars. That's kind of what I was interested in. Did the class, got certified. I was able to work at the shop over here. What's it called? It's like mobile electronics. It's right here on 36. I was able to work there. It was pretty cool, and I was there for a couple weeks, and then I realized real fast that it wasn't for me. And the reason why I said it wasn't for me is just because I realized there was someone there much older than I was, and I realized what he was making at the time, and I was like, well, I'm not making it. Do I want to be in his spot at that age doing the same thing? So my father offered me a job at his place, starting just scrubbing the floors, doing like minimal things, and so I took the opportunity to go there, and then he taught me everything I know today.
My dad works on cars.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. That's good.
What's your favorite thing about being a manager?
The people. Definitely the people. I love working with people. It's funny because now I can see why Miss Cowan loves her job. It's because you always want to teach the people how to get to where they need to get to. Like I always tell people, I want you to take my job, and they look at me like I have 5 heads. But I tell them it's not. I'm not afraid of you taking my job. It's more of I want you to get where I am because it's important to me. Because at the end of the day, I care about what you do in your career, but also at the same time is like I enjoy what I do. But at the same time is I want you to learn. I want you to understand why I do what I do. But at the same time is I want you to enjoy your job.
You want other people to be successful.
Correct.
What's your responsibilities of being a manager?
There's everything. Everything. I'm a very hands-on type of person. I like to get involved and show and teach. But at the same time is I manage 140,000 square foot building. There's probably, I would say, 85 to 90 people that's under me right now, which is a lot. So a lot of different hats I have to wear. And everyone's different. Like just in school, high school in itself too, is everyone have different personalities. Everyone has different knowledge of education too. Some people drop out of high school, some people have a GED, some people have bachelor's degrees, so everyone, you have to speak to them differently. And it's awesome because at the same time as you learn from them and you understand how they understand information. Everyone has different ways of understanding stuff. So I enjoy that because it's a challenge, but at the same time as you get to learn who they are by working with them every single day.
They also have a lot of opinions.
Yes, very.
Talking about challenges, what would you consider like the biggest challenge?
Yeah. The biggest challenge is I'm actually working on right now. For me, it's so Hermes of Paris has a lot of different items that you can buy. The biggest thing now is we just probably have a lot of shoes. Can't get enough of shoes, but people like our shoes, and it has grown probably 120% within the last year. It's a lot.
Yeah,
So let's say we have 10,000 shoes. That 10,000 shoes climbs probably to 25 to 30,000 shoes to where you have to manage that. To where now the problem at hand for me is people are putting away shoes with other shoes, and now it's making it hard for them to pick. So it's just a challenge where we have to work with a group of people, the inventory team that I'm working with right now, and then I'm supplying them with also people that's helping.
A huge jump with that amount.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huge jump. Yes.
And having to like manage that. As
Yeah.
It's like
hard.
a competition.
Yeah, it's a
It's
competition.
literally a competition.
Yeah, but it's fun. I like it. It's challenging.
Sorry.
It makes you like you learn, you understand.
Yeah.
It's a,
Is there anything else that we haven't covered that you feel the students at KHS should know about becoming a manager?
yeah, actually. A manager, I feel like to people it's like a scary title, and it's not.
Yeah.
And you are responsible for a lot of people, especially making sure they do their job correctly. But at the same time, it's enjoyable. I think anyone can get to that point and become a manager. I just feel like they need to be passionate about what they do, but also at the same time is ask a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you do here in school, you guys raise your hand and ask questions, right?
Yeah.
All right. But the same thing too is you guys want to make sure that you ask the right questions and you learn. And at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. Everyone else makes mistakes, but you learn from them. So, like for here in school is, how can I put this together the right way? It's like school and the real life are kind of similar, right? You have your friends, you have the people you hang out with, and everything that goes with that. But at the same time, is like you learn here in school to learn how you learn from different people that you hang out with. Your friends, you're not your friends. Different type of groups. I'm sure they're here, right? But at the same time is too like when you go out in the real world, you're gonna have the same thing. The people that you see in school every single day, for the most part, you might see them again outside of school. You might not. It depends. But at the same time is too is when you go into the real world or get a real job, you're also gonna have people that you work with, and then they're also like in the same way it's similar to school, to where it's like I don't like that person. That person's nice. He's nice to me, or he's nice to me, and that person isn't that nice. But at the same time, is you get along with them and you understand who they are. And again, like they come from different backgrounds, just like everyone probably here too. At the same time, is they're raised differently. Their parents raised them this way. The same thing in the real world too. It's like there's a lot, and I'm sure like people that are probably graduating soon this year as well is like they're afraid of what to come. But for me, I was in the same spot and I wasn't afraid. But again, once I got out there and got my feet wet, I realized it's not that bad. It's just like high school, but just bigger. And then you're gonna meet so many different people in your life, and you're gonna remember them and remember their stories. And at the same time too, is you will learn from them because you will learn what not to do, what to do. And for me, like through my life and through my career, doing where I got to now and where I got here, I learned from a lot of different managers. There's good ones and bad ones. And for me, I learned from the good ones and the bad ones not to do that because people don't like it. But at the same time, same thing as here. It's like you copy other people. Same thing in high school, right? You find like oh look at she's wearing those shoes, they're nice. Like I gotta wear those shoes. And like what? Do I?
It's like trends.
Right, trends. Right. And I remember high school. Like I remember doing the same thing. It's like for us it was a good trend. Ooh, Air Force Ones. Yeah, you guys are still wearing it. But I remember when it was coming out, and everyone went to go get it. I had to go so far to find a spot to find it.
Mine are a little crusty, but...
Right, yeah, no, that's fine. But the same way, it's like
Yeah.
you wear it because you like it and you enjoy it, but also at the same time, it's your friends have it.
Yeah.
Right.
High school is kind of like the real world.
Right, in a
Yeah.
way, in a sense.
It's like dipping your toes in, like you said before. Like
Right.
With the other job that you have.
Right.
It's dipping your toes in and then just realizing it's like not that bad.
It's not that bad. It's not. It's challenging, but at the same time, is you want to be challenged. You want to learn new stuff, right? Like it's like here too. It's like you have a test. You don't want to worry about the test or the quiz, like that you don't know. But at the same time, is you want to pass it, right?
Yeah.
The same thing in real life. You want to pass the quiz or test. There is no test in the real world. It's either you fail or you pass, but you won't know that until you get to where you get to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's all the time that we have today. The crew of TV Club would like to personally thank you for your time, which we know is so precious.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye.